60-point triple-doubles, crossing over grown men as a teenager, and now an MVP candidate. This is Luka Doncic's insane lifestyle. First off, I gotta say, this kid Luka did grow up with a silver spoon in his hand. Or maybe I should say a silver basketball. And I'm not exaggerating, folks. According to his family, Doncic first touched a basketball when he was 7 months old and was frequently playing with a mini hoop in his room by the age of 1. That's just madness. So for this kid, basketball is not just a passion, but his life itself. He doesn't know anything else. Bro's pops took Baller's life seriously. I mean, this man was barely out the womb before he was getting buckets. And it was no accident that he had the silver basketball in his hand, so to speak, because Luka's dad is none other than Salsa Doncic, who was a famous pro hooper in Europe in his own right. But you don't get to Luka's level with just natural talent. Gotta respect the hard work as well. While we were all in high school, Luka was rocking the Euro League, becoming the youngest Euro League MVP and leading Real Madrid to the 2018 title. And since then, he's not let up whatsoever, winning Rookie of the Year and setting crazy records in the NBA. He has the most triple doubles of anyone his age ever, and on top of that, he just had a 60-point triple double against the Knicks the other day, breaking the record for most points in a single game in Dallas Mavericks history, and not to mention breaking this Knicks fan's heart in two. And dude's just 23 years old. Some people are even comparing him to MJ and calling him the best young player since LeBron James. Dude has a killer instinct and he's already come through in the playoffs. Although he hasn't won that title yet, he made the Western Conference Finals last year and embarrassed the Phoenix Suns. So Luka's game and popularity are steady growing and expanding, and you know that results in him filling his pockets. So what kind of life does Luka live now? I'm sure he's taken things to a new level from his humble beginnings in Slovenia. Let's dive into Doncic's lifestyle. As always, let's start with the money since that's what y'all here for. This 23-year-old boy is living the dream of millions around the world because this dude is among the richest hoopers in the NBA. The biggest stars get the biggest deals, and Luka's no exception. He recently signed a 5-year, $207 million contract extension with the Mavs. That's an average salary of about $41 million per year. Most Americans his age are eating hot Funyuns and hot Cheetos and eating cup of noodle $1 meal. Man, when I was 23, I was hitting that value menu at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? But this dude, Luka, eating good steak and lobster. But anyways, considering what Doncic has brought to the Mavericks, some might say that $200 million is still a small amount of money. And owner Mark Cuban knows that all too well. Yahoo, Shark Tank, Magnolia Pictures, Broadcast.com? No. My man Doncic is Mark Cuban's best investment because he's carrying the brand of the Mavericks and he's filling in to be the face of the franchise after Dirk Nowitzki retired. But is Mark Cuban the only one investing in such a star as this? Of course not, guys. Big time brands are using every trick in the book to work with this kid. Endorsement deals. In 2017, Luka signed a 2-year deal with Nike, and when the contract ended, he signed a new, crazy lucrative 5-year, $75 million deal with Air Jordan. And they dropped the Mavericks color Luka Doncic Player Edition Jordan 36. And those were super limited edition. And last season, in the playoffs against the Utah Jazz, Luka debuted his very own shoe, the Luka 1, becoming just the 6th player in NBA history to have a Jordan brand signature shoe, and the first European player ever to be given that honor. But Luka's not endorsed only by Nike. The Mavs star has signed endorsement deals with trading card company Panini America, but I don't think he needs them more than they need him. His 2018-2019 Panini National Treasures card sold for $4.6 million in 2021. I guess those card collectors knew that this dude was going to be special in the league. Apart from these, Doncic recently graced the cover of NBA 2K and became one of the youngest players in league history to do so. And we can say based on his potential MVP campaign this year, he's not suffering from that 2K cover curse. So this European hooper is a favorite of American sports companies. And even the WWE's collaborating with Doncic. But hopefully we won't be seeing him in North Korea anytime soon. Rodman. Wait, not the WWE, man. I'm tripping. The WME, a talent management company. WME stands for William Morris Endeavors. Haha, I think I read the script wrong, man. But I was just imagining my boy Luka in a unitard looking like a bag of milk. But Doncic signed with WME Sports to represent him in all areas off the court. Luka and the talent agency announced the deal in October 2021. With Doncic signing an extension deal with the Mavericks and getting these big endorsements, WME plays an important role in the growth of the youngster's off-court life and helps him expand and polish his portfolio. Of course, apart from all these endorsements, Luka does not neglect to invest his money. Apart from being an equity shareholder at BioSteel, Luka is also the chief hydration officer for the company. Chief hydration officer? I guess we could say these executives are thirsty. Haha, you get it? Oh, come on. I never heard of that type of executive role before. Does he remind everyone to moisturize or something? Part of this deal includes Luka being involved in the company's campaign to introduce a sugar-free substitute for sports drinks, and it's reported the company's paying him millions for this deal. And wait a minute, just because he's smart in investing doesn't mean he can't have some fun. So let's see where Doncic spends the money he earns. Mansion. Doncic purchased a gorgeous house in the ritzy Dallas neighborhood of Preston Hollow in 2020. And the 4-bedroom, 4.5-bath, 5,225 square foot home sits on a 1-acre lot that's located on a 5-minute drive to his boss Mark Cuban's house. Man, I wonder what a cookout at Mark Cuban's house is like. Maybe Luka and Cuban could play 2-on-2 against Steve Ballmer and Dirk. I bet they fry up ostrich steaks or some weird stuff like that. But man, Mark Cuban is the GOAT for a lot of reasons. Being able to create loyal employees is one of them. And you know Luka's pretty committed to put his house just a block away from his boss. Do you think Luka can win a ring in Dallas and should stay long term? Drop a comment with your thoughts, man. But Luka dropped 2.7 mil on this crib, which sounds like a lot, but he'd pay 4 to 10 times as much for that house in LA. And you know he's gotta love the no income taxes in Texas as well. So where does he put all the extra money, man? Right in his garage. Luka loves new whips and classic cars. Exhibit A right here. Damn! Dang, I like that Mavericks blue. This dude showed up to Mavericks Christmas Day game against the LA Lakers behind the wheel of a first-gen Chevy Camaro. And I wasn't expecting Doncic to be a fan of these oldie whips, but the Camaro was tricked out with a fresh set of aftermarket wheels too. And this custom throwback whip set him back over $70,000. But most of his cars are from this century. My guy has a special affinity for Porsches and has been seen in 3 separate ones. First, a custom Porsche Panamera Electric Edition, painted Mavs blue of course, with black rims. This ride cost Luka over $105,000. Next, another Panamera, this one all black inside and out. Slick like an oil spill, baby, Texas style. And finally, his cherry red 911S Turbo with black rims. And the 911 set Luka the Dawn back another 200 stacks. Luka has also treated himself to a red Audi A7, which is an economy car in comparison to a Porsche, but cost another 70 racks. And to top it all off, he also has a black Lamborghini Urus with a twin-turbo V8 engine and 641 horsepower, which cost another 230 grand. And you know Luka needs every one of those horsepower for when he's running late to one of Mark Cuban's cookouts. Which of Luka's cars is your favorite? Let us know in the comments down below. But Luka doesn't just spend all his bread on houses and flashy cars. With all the money he has left over, Luka is extremely generous. Charity. Doncic was involved in charity work even before he got to the NBA. In 2017, he auctioned his own shoes to raise money for young basketball talent. The shoes were sold for around $115,000. Man, Luka memorabilia from 2017 has a high ticket. But apart from that, in 2021, Luka made multiple visits to the Make-A-Wish Foundation for Children. He also sponsored 200 fully paid vacations for patients at a children's hospital. And apart from all that, Luka sure did not forget the place where he was born and grew up. He's refurbished a few basketball courts in his hometown of Ljubljana and has also donated charity money and gifts to young talent in Slovenia. Man, Luka's so rich and handsome and kind. I mean, he seems like a cool dude or whatever, but doesn't really matter because he's already taken. Love life. Doncic is dating Slovenia model Anamaria Goltes, and their relationship started way before his NBA career. There's been a lot of ups and downs in their story, but right now, they're together. Just like the case of Steph and Ayesha Curry, Luka met the love of his life at a very young age. Their lovely fairy tale started when they first met each other on a vacation when they were 12 and began with a friendship. The couple officially started dating in 2016 when Luka was just a 17-year-old and was grinding to make his place in basketball history. Currently, the couple's in a relationship and is very much serious about it. Hey Luka, would you take a championship ring or a wedding ring? Which one you gonna have first, man? Anyways, that's all we got for today, guys. That was Luka Doncic's rich lifestyle. Like, comment, and please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video, gang. Peace.